The Nova Ghost Sonic from Enya. Is it actually a guitar, or is it a toy? Let's find out. Okay, so originally when Enya wrote me and asked me if I wanted to check out one of these guitars, I was immediately going to say no. It just, first glance, I was like, it doesn't interest me. It's basically a glorified toy. And I said, well, hold on, let me look online, see what's going on with this thing. Check out a few videos. And nobody had anything bad to say about it, which I found interesting, because there were a lot of big channels. These bigger channels were probably getting paid to do their reviews. I did not get paid. I did get sent to the guitar, and I do get to keep the guitar. So you could consider that a form of payment, I guess. They also, after sending me the guitar, sent me a list of points that they wanted me to go over, which I'm not going to do. A lot of the stuff on their bullet list I was going to talk about anyway, but I never want to do it that way. I want to always do it my way so that you guys can trust what I say. So that's the backstory how I ended up with this. I was like, okay, let's see if it's a toy. Let's see if everybody's telling the truth. Let's see what the deal is. Okay, so I got it. It's pretty cool. We're going to do some sound samples in a little bit, show you how the thing functions. But quickly, I want to go over what this is. It's a solid piece of carbon fiber. So the neck and the body are all together. You can tell it has a great upper access to the upper fret access because they can carve it better than you can a single cut, like a Les Paul. 2 pickups, you get an Alnico 5 in the bridge, Alnico 2 in the neck. I think maybe the fretboard's rich light, I don't know. I think these are probably nickel frets. I don't think they're stainless steel, but there's no sharp ends. The nut, I believe the nut is also part of the body and neck, like it's all one piece. The tuners, they're non-locking, they're okay. They're not the worst, they're not the best. Same thing with the pickups. Not the worst, not the best. Keep in mind, these guitars are like $400. And you also get a gig bag for $400. $1,500, no gig bag. Just saying. String through body, you get a 10-watt speaker down here. Probably like 3 inches, I guess. Now this is how you turn on the guitar. There is 4 presets in here. It has a built-in like amp simulation inside. This is the volume knob. Looks like a master volume knob. You can actually turn the volume of the presets down from here as well. But you can also plug it in as a regular guitar. You can plug headphones in, USB to charge it. Okay, before we get to the sound samples, who is this guitar for? It's for somebody that wants to try something a little different, something a little forward-thinking, something very light. It's like 5 pounds, maybe 6 pounds. Very light. If it wasn't for the speaker, this thing would probably be like 4 pounds. It's for somebody that wants to travel and play guitar, but doesn't want to take their nicer guitars, or have to pack guitars and amps, or pack a guitar and one of those amps that you can plug into the jack. You just want a fully one-piece unit. You want to go busking, whatever. You want to sit on the couch and play, but you don't want to hook up your tube amps back there or whatever. That's kind of who these are for. Those kind of people that want to do something like that. Or you just don't want to mess with your nicer guitars when you're just messing about. Whatever. That's the thing. You also get an app with this on your phone, which I haven't bothered to use. You can change the presets. There's also like a chord finder, so you can look up chords. There's also something really cool. There's a tab creation software in there. So let's say you're on vacation at the beach and you're jamming around on this. Come up with a cool idea and you're like, man, I'm not going to be home for another week and a half. I'm going to forget the part. Well, now you can tab it in that software and go from there. Not forget it when you get home. There's also a drum machine built in, so you can play drums through here. This is also like a Bluetooth speaker, so you can play audio through here and jam along to songs. But now let's check out the speaker. We're going to mic this speaker up and see what we get. Alright, so that's how it sounded with the mic on the speaker. Maybe it picked up well, maybe it didn't. Anyway, that's kind of what it sounds like. Now we're going to do it with the pickups into Tube Screamer, into the Model T. Go to the neck pickup. In a minute, I want to talk about the things that I don't like about this guitar. So far, everything's pretty okay. Okay, now what I want to try is I think you can actually run your 1/4-inch jack into your audio interface and record the inbuilt effects that way. We're going to try that in case the microphone didn't pick up very well, and you'll get to see how it sounds in that scenario. Okay, so we have it plugged in now. Turning it on, let's see. The clean does not sound bad at all. Let's go to the crunchy crunch, the edge of breakup. I'm gonna say it, I've heard worse amps out there, virtual amps, software amps, modelers, than that. It's definitely not the best, but I've heard worse. I might as well see if I can get the app to work. Hold on one second. Like I said, I haven't tried this yet, so we'll find out if this actually does connect. If it doesn't connect, then I'll skip it. Okay, so I went to my Bluetooth, turned it on. Now I'm pairing to it. I have not tried this before, so okay. So you do get a little tool because you have a hill truss wheel adjustment, and you also get your USB cable with it. Let's get the paperwork out. I probably should have looked at this paperwork before doing the video. That might have been a big help, but I wanted it to be kind of like first impressions and not trying to fake something, you know? You can get a free VIP code. You scratch this off and it gives you courses and tablature for guitar. So that's kind of cool, but not what we're looking for. Let's see. Okay, the presets are named really weird. I got it loaded now. The presets are named Soft Cry, Waves, Odd Time, and Breathe. Old Time is the crunchy one. Or, let's see. That's the distortion. Doesn't like you could like change amp models or anything. You can go to the mixer. Looks like there's like Soldano 100 is what they're using for the amp model. It's got an EQ on it. It's got a noise gate, modulation, delay, reverb, all kinds of stuff. Let's check the EQ. Say you want some more highs. The Novasonic Go from Enya is the biggest drawback to me, is it feels really wide. Like, it's a very flat 12-inch radius, very thin neck. Like, this way it's very thin. This way it just feels wider than a Les Paul. So it makes kind of playing a little bit uncomfortable, because it almost plays like a 7-string. But it takes a little getting used to. It also has a 0 fret, by the way. Again, these are $400. $400 guitar. For, like, I've seen guys say, like, it's a game changer. It's my new main guitar. It's the guitar I use on stage. I don't know if I believe any of that. I do know if I was going to be traveling a lot and I wanted to take something camping, hiking to the beach, what have you, this is a good thing to play with in hotels if you're on the go for work. If you drive a truck for a living, keep this in the truck. You don't need to keep anything else. No power converters, anything like that. Hook this, like hook it up. Use the USB, charge it, and just go. So for $400, if you're needing a guitar for any of those kind of reasons, it is really cool. So yeah, I want to thank Enya for sending me the check out. It's a very interesting guitar. I hope you guys found this video somewhat informative. I'll see you in the next one. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and maybe go join the Patreon. See you guys.